Welcome to Wild Card after the meetup of YouTubers.
Wild card, bitches! Yeah!
Hello, Alex is dancing. And this is another Wednesday. This is Thomas Miles 75, Massachusetts Whiskey Reviews. Tonight, you'll see that soon. And it's your Wild Card Wednesday for September 11th. We just got back from, we just concluded last evening, basically, our YouTuber gathering of Bumper Road. There's Bumpyism down there from the great state of New Hampshire. We got East Coast Liquor Reviews, great state of Rhode Island. Beer Man's floating around either in the air or is back in Oregon, state of Oregon. And co-host was not there, but co-host Alex Beermaster's here today.
I'm right.
Shout out to John Anilli's channel, the Georgia Beer Review Show of YouTube. He joined us for the weekend up in northern parts of New England. So, this is Wild Card Wednesday. Hello, Kettleheads. Barbecue and beer, too. If you haven't been to this program before, pretty simple concept. The admittance fees a beverage. Please bring a beer, wine, or a spirit. Let's have fun and leave the baggage and baggage claim. Don't be a freaking douche.
You are correct, sir, Mr. Eric.
I was getting, if anybody questions the sound of the voice, I was yelling profusely at windy roads and literally cutting through mountainous roads that I did not particularly care for. So sorry for the voice.
So, Wimmy, you were yelling at yourself?
At one point I yelled at a mountain road that was cutting through a mountain. Get me out of here! And some people in a car were like, "What was that?"
You know what, Eric? I can't. If I go to Massachusetts with you sometime in the future, you're a trip, man.
It was. We were on a trip, all right. And here's how this works. In this particular wild card program.
No, I love it.
4 different rounds. We're going to introduce each person and bring them up for a pouring of whatever beer, wine, or spirit they are bringing. Then round 2, just the review portion. Save that number, grades, and ratings and final conclusions until we bring them up for the 3rd time in round 3. That's when to do that. And then secondary, the 4th round will be for you to talk about your YouTube channel, what's coming up, and who you've been checking out on YouTube platform. Let us know at that time. So we're gonna go over to Alex, put everybody up, and drag them in. What are you bringing tonight?
Well, I have a beer for the Beer Man show, so I didn't drink that. I'm not going to say the ABV on that because that's going to be for his show, whenever that may be, which will probably be next week. So we are reviewing. Had a brain fart. Sorry about that. We are reviewing Sam Adams, Jackie O. Pumpkin.
Not to be confused with Jackie O. That has nothing to do with that.
No, it's a jack-o'-lantern. There is a brewery called Jackie O. Yes, but hey, this would be perfect if they were doing a collab, but we're not. So, pour us up. Then we'll. Oh wait a minute, I'm confused. I just showed the beer, but that's it. All right, I'm gonna pour it up.
Pouring is correct.
To make sure. Well, to make sure. Okay. Got the new glass here. I got more of these glasses. Thanks to Mr. Tanner, I got hooked on these kind of glasses. Let's see here.
Those are nice.
Pour this up.
Is that the pumpkin one?
Hell yeah. Let me show you, Mr. Tanner.
That's cool.
That's one of the pumpkin ones, yeah.
Remember, Bumpy knows everything too. So that's it. We're going to smell and taste all that. There's the color. We'll get all into the other stuff
Looking there.
next time around. Cheers.
Right. Thank you, Alex.
You're welcome.
The man with the main beer company hat. Bumpy ism.
All right. I got polar water.
Good idea.
Remember to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
No way.
So one of the
Yeah,
places we visited in this tour. Are you kidding me? Come on.
Go at
You're getting blurry now, Mr.
Anyways,
it.
we visited Vermont, and one of the breweries was Rock Art. So from Rock Art Brewing Company out of Morrisville, Vermont. Yeah, Morrisville. I have, and don't mind my dirt fingernails. I planted a tree today, and
Nice.
when you don't have the little fingernail scrub brush thing, it's kind of hard to get all the dirt out. Yeah, anyways, this one's called Limited Access. It's a double IPA coming in at 7.5% ABV. That's the label art. And let's crack it. And this is 1 month old.
Oh, that looks juicy and delicious.
Excuse me.
Yeah, so it's a kind of clear, actually. Just a little bit of like a chill haze thing, but it's like not like a New England hazy. But it's got a nice white frothy head on it, and melted lemon lollipop color.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Straight banging. Cheers. Bumpy isms.
Cheers.
Thanks, Bobby.
That was
Cheers, bro.
interesting brewery. They are a art gallery as well.
All right. So this beer, I saw Eric get a pour of this, and I was like, dude, what the heck is
Mhm.
that?
Oh yeah.
So this is from Treehouse Brewing Company. This is their Tasman Bay.
Yes.
It's 5% hoppy pills, and it says summer of 2024. It's 5% alcohol by volume. Check them out at treehousebrew.com. It says vibrantly featuring Nelson Sauvin and Motueka hops. So Nelson Sauvin, Motueka, and a Pilsner. Let's crack it open, pour it up. I think, was Bumpy still there when we had this? I think he had left by the time we had this one. I think
We might have. I think we had that with him. Yeah.
the second or third beer that we got, something
Mhm.
like that. Let's pour it up. I actually got this really nice glass I've been meaning to buy. This was $10. It's actually a little bit bigger than your regular snifter, and it's got like this really nice engraved Treehouse logo on it. So
Hell yeah.
glassware.
That's beautiful. How did you get any more glassware than that one, or just that one?
Oh yeah.
I got a couple different ones for on the
Okay.
trip. But look at that, dude.
Nice.
Oh my god.
That is beautiful.
That's a
eat
Pilsner type beer too.
yellow effervescence. Lots of effervescence. It's got a 2-finger tight knit head. Kind of soapy on top though. Holding some good retention. Looks really good. If I handed you this, I don't think you would guess that was a Pilsner. So
No, because it looks like a New England, actually. A
It
little
sure
bit.
does.
it looks like a blonde ale or something along those lines.
I like that too. Yeah.
Pale ale maybe. Cheers, guys.
All right.
Cheers.
Thank you, Tanner. Let me bring myself up. I'm struggling on lack of sleep. I'm struggling on trying to find the proper information on what I'm trying to bring. So I'll just go off of one website that I got to share from. Everybody else wants to keep drinking beer. Yeah, I'm a little bearded out from the last couple days, so I will do a straight bourbon, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey that I picked up at what was it? The Oak Hill Beverage of Scarborough, Maine. The last stop on route to Vermont for the crew, and this was a $17.99 bottled in bond, 50% by alcohol by volume, 100 proof bottle, and this is the J.W. Dant bottled in bond.
Nice.
Yup. And again, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, bottled in bond. and it's either made or owned by Heaven Hill at this point. Their website I can't really get to find much information. I can't find their information on their website. They're not really talking about this one. But according to Heaven Hill, this bourbon is named after Joseph Washington Dant. This is from BreakingBourbon.com. According to Heaven Hill, this bourbon is named after Joseph Washington Dant, a Kentucky distiller who, during the 1930s, allegedly fashioned a still from a hollowed-out tree trunk. J.W. Dant founded, whether that is more marketing than truth, what is true, more of the truth, what is true, is that J.W. Dant founded his first distillery in 1836, retiring in the 1880s. The J.W. Dant Company eventually became controlled by his two sons. Anyways, they registered this trademark in 1934. It's supposed to have 78% corn, 12% of that's malted barley, and 10% rye. Scruta.
How much corn was it?
78%.
Oh, that's a lot, huh?
Yeah. I think everybody tried this at least once that wanted some. Okay. 4 years minimum for a bottled and bond. Light caramel butterscotch color. Some nice legs. We'll sip and think and get back to the rating on that in a little bit. But let's go over to the master with the pumpkin beer from Sam.
I am not so sure if this is a clad or not. I mean, it's
a beer by Sam Adams only, I believe.
Yeah, but I'm
it's because they merged with Dogfish Head.
Yes.
I'm thinking because there's the story.
Not a collaboration.
It's a collab with Jack Adams. I'm just kidding.
Okay. Okay, collab with Jack. Okay.
No.
Jack is the name.
No.
He gives none.
Love it. Keep it up, Mr. Tanner. But yeah, this is what it looks like into the listeners. I thank the Lord I got friends. I never know what Tanner's going to say anything. He's something. But yeah, what we got here is a nice kind of dark orangey kind of look, like it should because it's pumpkin. But yeah, kind of like a brownish color. But it can obviously a little bit of haziness. That's because of the chilled, stuff. So let's get into the smell and the taste, and we'll see what it's all about, shall we? That smells good. Smells a little bit of sweetness. I smell a little bit of pumpkin. Like the nutmeg and stuff like that. You don't really smell pumpkin because pumpkin's just a gore. It smells like pumpkin with the seasoning, with the seasoning, whatever we stuff put on the pumpkin. Yeah, that smells good. Does it smell overly sweet? No, but it's seasonable. It's perfect. It's cooling off. You got your crisp mornings every day now. And you got your hot days a little bit, and then you got your crisp nights. So I would drink this on a crisp morning. Well, not in the morning, obviously, unless it's a stout Sunday. Although it's not stout. But yes, I would drink these on a crisp night. It's nice and cool. Drink a couple of these. Let me see what the ABV is. I'm taking 50 years. I don't want to do that. 4.4% by volume, as we can see that. And now let's get into the taste because I'm taking 50 years. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, bro.
That right there, very tasty. It kind of has, even though it's not apple, it kind of has that Apple Jacks flavor too.
Oh yeah!
Wow, that is tasty. Should be pumpkin, but it tastes really good though. Very smooth, very crushable in the palate, even though it's a 4.4%. I know. That's not a 10, 11, 12% beer.
It doesn't have to be.
I know. That's what your brains are all saying. Where's Alex? Beer Master 12, 13% beer. Yeah, I'm always going to get that stuff. You're always going to see it on Eric's channel and all your channels. Don't worry. But I'm still looking for these kind of beers, and I found this, and I figured let me try it on the channel. Perfectly sweetness. Again, mouth feels very soft. It's just very crushable. Kind of like a dessert beer. I mean, just had dinner. Oh, wow. That is so good. So, that spices, like the nutmeg and the sweetness and the wrap around your palate. Perfect beer. Well, perfect beer to what I'm tasting and what I'm liking. If you don't like all these nutmeg and vanilla and pumpkin, whatever, stay away from this. It is, in my opinion, is strong. Even though it's a 4%, I'm talking about strong in flavor.
Sure.
4.4. But I like it. I like it. But if you like all those flavors, please get it, check it out, and that's all there is to it. If you can get Sam Adams, Jackie O.
No, Jackie. Jackie's not there.
Please do. Good stuff. Cheers, my friends.
Jackie has nothing to do with this beer.
Now, you looked it up for me, right? Thanks, Eric.
Kennedy.
Eric, thank you for checking it out. I know you're talking about Jackie Onassis now. Wouldn't that be fun?
Tangent.
Oh my God.
Oh, we got to do one for Elbow. Elbow, what the hell is up? Where's the video? We got to find the video real quickly. Yeah. Okay, hold on.
I think I'll do a wraparound. We'll wrap around.
That's for Elbow. Cheers, Elbow. All right. Time for bumpyisms. Tangents.
All right, let's get some aromas on this IPA, double IPA at 7.5%. It does have a kind of a citrusy zestiness to it. There's the kind of a malt sweet, like breadiness. That's pretty much it on the nose. Cheers.
Gross.
Please be delicious
Cheers, dude.
We confirm.
and juicy and creamy.
Ganja.
That you?
All right, some bready, grainy maltiness. That lingers on. There's just a touch of a kind of like citrus type tone, and then this kind of real piney and grassy note takes over, kind of mid palate, lingers all the way to the end, and that's the bitterness, and it climbs. This one is 75 IBUs, so 7.5% ABV, 75 IBUs. It probably drinks like it's a 90 IBU. It bites. It's definitely an IPA. It seems to be more like an American, almost West Coast, but not. It just doesn't have like the real big, like malty backbone that a West Coast might have. It's there. Like I said, there's kind of a breadiness and a lot of grain type note, but I don't know. It just doesn't have that kind of sweetness you might get out of a West Coast. But it definitely has a bitterness, and it's very drying on the palate. It's a dry beer. Some of the as I'm talking and stuff and not just drinking on it, I start to get a little bit of that kind of like citrusy type note coming back through, climbing its way back through the grass and pine trees. But yeah, so it's kind of a classic type of an IPA, I would say. A little more old school. Cheers.
Hell yeah.
Right on. Yes, it's the real me. Yes, all right.
It's
Well, man.
Tanner.
Yep.
Cheers. All right. So we got the Tasman Bay pretty much dissipated. Left this really nice frothy head on top, though. It's really good. Nose. It's actually pretty dank. It's kind of got that oniony, garlicky thing going on. But then I do get a good amount of pineapple, maybe some like papaya. There's a little bit of like earthy quality in there as well. Some like lemon, cereal grain. But yeah, it's smells like a that smells like a pale ale. But yeah, it smells really good.
Yeah.
Pretty dank, I will say, for a Pilsner. Let's try it out. Cheers.
Cheers, and please be delicious.
We confirm that beer's delicious, but let's hear Tanner.
Very nice, silky, smooth mouthfeel. Finish is very citrusy. There's a little pineapple in there as well. A little bit of bitterness. You actually get a good amount of cereal grain. You notice the cereal grain on the finish. You kind of get the finish of a Pilsner, combined with a little bit of that like dank, earthy aspect. But with the finish, you can tell that it's more Pilsner kind of based. Very bready, cereal grain. Yeah, lemon lime, a little acidic, touch of that dank, hoppy bitterness as well. It's pretty dang good. If you like Pilsners intensified with super tropical and fruity flavor, but you still like that kind of like cereal grain kind of base, and 5% too, so solid ABV, not too low. Yeah, I think you'd enjoy this. It's really good because it's really cold. I'd say the body's about lighter side, or yeah, definitely light side of medium. It's not light bodied. It's definitely got a little bit more oomph to it. Carbonation's nice as well. It's got a decent spritzy carbonation. Still about medium. But yeah, overall pretty good. And I believe this was like $13-14 or something for a 4-pack.
Wow.
So yeah, I'll sit and sip on it a little bit longer and let you know what I think as far as a number. So cheers, guys.
Yeah, man.
Cheers.
I didn't realize what I was getting when I got a pour of that. And that thing
I know, right?
And then it showed up looking like every other thing from Treehouse. I'm like, whoa, okay, it's a good balance in the big ass dimpled mug. I tell you that. So go get you some if you ever get there and they have it. I would highly recommend that one. And a review today. The sour, I didn't say genuine sour mash. The J.W. Dant, Joseph William Dant. And I did find a little thing eventually, but I had to dig around on Heaven Hill's website. And they said the same thing that I was able to read off of Breaking Bourbon. So, yeah, he started out distilling in a hollowed tree trunk. That's pretty crazy. All right, this thing's been sitting out in the glass for a little while. I will do the review with the 6-point scale, or the 6-point scale for to get to the 100 points. Looks and aesthetic, get out of 10. Value, get out of 10 points. Aroma, taste, mouthfeel, finish, we'll get up to 20 to round out to your 100. So, and when I'm done giving my overall assessment here, I will put the numbers together, and in round 3, I will give you the score overall. So the bottling, just go over that really quickly. Nothing too fancy or anything like that. It does look like the budget in which I paid for it, which was $17.99. Average, I believe, is $15. I've never seen this in my neck of the woods in southern Massachusetts and in my part of New England. So when I saw that at the liquor store in Maine, I knew I had to buy that. It kind of has this label that if you look from afar, you think it's the Pittsburgh Steelers logo or something. But it says DANT established 1836 trademark, and that trademarking came through in, I think, 1934. And it says the Dant Distillery Company, Bardstown, Kentucky at DSP-KY-31. That's where it's bottled. Cool. The appearance, we talked about that already. It's got that light butterscotch toffee kind of color with nice legs for, you can kind of see them for 100 proof. One would expect that. They're slow moving. Good stuff there at 100 proof. You should get the legs. The nosing. I keep saying honey bunches of oats lately on some.
Oh yeah.
What I'm getting there. There's a nice sweet honey toffee caramelized note. More on the toffee than caramel. Definitely is that almondy note in there, like in the honey bunches of oats. There's a dusty note, if that makes any sense. There's a youthful graininess to it, but it's not too overly hot. I can stick my nose into the glass pretty far before it needs to be backed off. And not really any stewed fruits or any real citrus. Maybe a smidge of an apple, cinnamon, something or other like that. There's definitely some baking spices. Maybe a very subtle vanilla note. Nice. Not a bad nose for a more budget-conscious bourbon. So let's give it a sip. Taste. Talk about that real quick. J.W. Dant, bottled and bond.
Cheers.
Thank you, sir.
Delicious.
Kind of Cheerios.
Honey nut.
Yeah.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Oh, there is the cereal grain. Kind of a note to it. There is some vanilla and the honey or the sweet flavors. Predominantly a honey sweetness in this one with the toffee notes in the background. Maybe even a light, very light, like Connecticut shades type of a wrapper tobacco leaf. Definitely that's kind of in there. Some granola, which is giving me the cereal grain and the honey bunch. The bunch is part of the honey bunches of oats. There is some oak tannin and a little bit of a dryness from the oak. A little bit of a caramel cinnamon. You could even say brown sugar, but I'm going to say more like the cinnamon note. Anything about the fruits in this one? Not really. Not really a fruity thing. If I said there was a light orange, I might be lying to you on that. A lot of the Heaven Hill type products, you get a cherried note. I don't know that I'm getting that here. If this is actually that 78% corn, I'm definitely getting a good sweet flavor. I think this is a good so far. I don't know how it would compare to Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. Maybe I should get that one, look at that too in comparison. Both whiter looking labels from Heaven Hill for Bottled and Bonds. But it's a nice sweet flavor, and at 100 proof, I think most people are going to this could be good. It's approachable at the 100 proof. I think you can mix it as well as sip on this thing. The flavors are pretty straightforward for the most part. Nothing too crazy. I mean, I would say the value is pretty high in that bottle. If you see it, I would buy it. It's hard to find economically priced bottles even under $20 these days. So it's cool to see something like this. The mouthfeel before I go. Mouthfeel and finish. It coats somewhat, and there's a very light creaminess to that. I will say that, but very light. I think most people would not call this very creamy. And the finish, it's not really super thick or oily, but at 100 proof, there is a little bit of that. The finish is pretty light. I'm getting the honey notes, toffee notes, and maybe I am getting a little bit of a cherry note if I think about the sweetness before it dries. It's not the longest finish, but I am still getting some toffee, honey-like sweetness going on. I'm still getting it. Lots of dry oak after that point. So, nice finish. For a $17.99 bottle of whiskey, I'm quite impressed. I think I've said what I need to. Let me put the notes together. We'll get you a score. And now, anybody getting any beer flavors? None of this bourbon. Cheers, JV. Sounds good, Flacco. If you can get this, I would get it.
Hey, let's say Flacco. Let's say Jerry.
At least 6 or 7 probably different bottled and bonds at Heaven Hill. So if you want a bottled and bond, go to the Heaven Hill Distillery for all your needs there. All right, I'm done. Round 3. Final thoughts, ratings, grades. You ready, Alex? Jack O. No relation to Jack.
Yeah. It has a good flavor. I do like it. I mean, yeah, it's very tasty. Very filling because I just drank 2 bottles of it. I mean, I don't have any more. I have more, but I didn't put the rest of them in the fridge because I didn't have any room. So I just put 2 of these for whatever, if I join the show or just to drink. Yeah, very delicious. Is there a slight dryness towards the end? Yes. There's slight bitterness. Yeah, but it's mixed with the sweetness, so it's not really bitter per se. Yeah, very delicious though. Very filling. But that's because I had 1 piece of pizza and French fries and wings. But yeah, so hell yeah.
Meal sounds good.
But this is good. I'm gonna give it an 88. Good stuff. Cheers, my friend.
Oh,
Keep it up. I love you, Tanner.
Nice. Thank you, sir.
cheers, Alex.
Yeah.
I might on the 5 stuff, obviously.
So this IPA, it's not like 90% of the IPAs that I normally drink, but it's refreshing in that way. That it's kind of more of a classic style. So I'm enjoying it. And I would say probably land this one in the low end, very good. Which would be like a 42 out of 50.
Oh.
Let's make it a 41 out of 50.
Let's do it. Yeah. Give you time to contemplate that. Nice. Bang.
Very fun.
Already here at East Coast Liquor Reviews.
All right. So, yeah, I really like this beer. I think it's pretty good. I've had a decent amount of like hoppy pilsners. I really like when they kind of take this route. It's a nice change of pace. Definitely a different, unique flavor profile for sure. I really like the one that me and Alex had at Core 3 Brewery in New Jersey. That was probably what I typically compare these beers to. This one, I do feel like it does kind of have like a little bit of that green aspect that might round out after a little bit. But with that being said, I still think it's a great beer. It's very drinkable. It's pretty juicy for a pilsner for sure. But yeah, I think me personally, I could do without that super green aspect with the pilsners. I like kind of when it starts to round out a little bit more and you get a little bit more of kind of like a brighter flavor rather than that like dank aspect with the hoppy pilsners. But still a phenomenal beer. I land this right around like a 94 out of 100. It's solid. Super drinkable. And if you're somebody who likes IPAs and double IPAs, but maybe you want to drink something a little bit more light that night and you don't want too higher of an ABV, you definitely put back a couple cans of this. So yeah, recommend it all day. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, I'm muted. You can't hear me. Cheers. I'm trying to put some notes together. We are like Tanner wanted to be this weekend. We're very efficient with our time today.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm putting these notes together. I'm still drinking on JW Dant. Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, bottled and bond. All right. Let's see. Maybe that's a 16, and I'm gonna go with a 9. Okay, maybe I'll do it that way. All right. So if I get a calculator out, I'm doing the 6-point rating scale for out of 100 points. We give let's see, bear with me. Another one of those. Another one of those. Round that off. There we go. All right. So for looks and aesthetics, out of 10 points for the JW Dant, that is the it's very classical looking label in history, yes, but and it says bottled and bond 50 proof or 100 proof, 50% ABV. It says the Dant Distillery Company. That's got to be, yeah. And then on the back of it, it says distilled by Heaven Hill Distilleries. There's just a little label on the back. Not a very fancy bottle. Screw cap. I give that a 5 out of 10 on the looks and aesthetics. At least it had really nice looking legs in the glass. So nothing to write home about with how it looks, honestly, but don't let that stop you from buying. Aromas, 15 out of 20. Mostly sweet aromas, grainy notes, but they are not off-putting whatsoever. The aroma lacks depth, but that's not, for me at least, any detriment to what it smells like. I think the main man that reviews on Breaking Bourbon is just a little harsh on his personal rating. Well, I think he's harsh on a lot of ratings, but I like the aroma better than I think he did. In the taste, I'm going to give a 17 out of 20. So that was 15 out of 20 for the aroma, 17 out of 20 for the taste. I'm liking the sweeter honey bunches of oats flavor with the toffee and oaky notes. Not complex, but it's super approachable for 100 proof, for damn sure. And I think it's an approachable whiskey for people that haven't had anything much higher proof than, say, 90 in that 45 ABV range. Mouthfeel, I'll give a 17. There is some staying power with the mouthfeel. There is a boldness to it, I will say. It's not the most oily, mouth coating, sticking around on your lips kind of a bourbon whiskey. No. But is there not some viscosity to it, with especially from that 100 proof? So I do think it is performing and drinking super well for 100 proof. And yes, you are getting some of that warmth in the Kentucky Hug. You will expect that, but it's doing good. Can't complain for $18. Finish, 16. That was where it lacked somewhat, but I do think that the flavors do linger around for a little bit. The sweeter corn notes, those caramels and those OD notes are lingering around for a little while. It's a pretty one-dimensional finish in that regard. It doesn't go in too many different directions. It's kind of like skipping a stone in a pond when it's done its thing and all the ripples fade out. You know when it's done, and it just kind of feels that way. You're just seeing the same thing in the finish until it finishes completely. And value, I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10. This bottle's got tremendous value. How does it compare to Evan Williams Bottled and Bond? I haven't had that one in a hot minute. How does it compare to JTS Brown, an exclusively only Bottled and Bond from Kentucky? How would I know? And there are other bourbons that they do in the Bottled and Bond range. Some of those are much higher end, spendier products, so that can't really compare to those. But I think if you're looking to not spend a bunch of money and you want something that's just actually a pretty high quality product, I would say this JW Dant. And that'll conclude a 79 for the overall scoring out of 100. Called me shocked when I bought it, but
yeah, that sucks that that's not over here, because if that was, I would totally buy that. Like,
yeah, I should have bought 2 of these, honestly, but I
yeah, $17 is crazy for that.
99, yeah. So
we tricked Bumpy. Remember we tricked Bumpy? He thought it was like something way better.
Oh, you did. We did pour this blindly for Bumpy. Yeah, he was like, "Wait a minute, what?" That was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was some type of like higher ABV rye.
Woo. Man, I didn't get a lot of right notes, but color bumpy shot.
Kind of a spiciness to the finish. But
Yeah, I thought it was pretty intense. It's
Good
solid
stuff.
$17, definitely.
Yep. Awesome beans, as Alex would say.
Yeah,
All
dude.
right. So we're gonna go into the. You know what? Let's check some comments because I haven't done that recently, and then we'll go to round 4 and talk about our YouTube channels and shout some people.
Bart Robinson, hello.
Hey, you're somewhere. There you are. What's going on in southeastern New Jersey? Cheers, Bart.
What's
It's
up,
again
man?
a pleasure to see you when we did in May.
Bartholomew.
Sounds like a good meal, Alex. Yeah, it is. But you ate, and gotta love a good pilsner.
Definitely.
Cheers. Cheers. What's up? And Bartow Robinson. Cheers. All right, we're caught up. Okay, let's go to round 4. Everybody here's got a YouTube channel. Subscribe to all of these guys: Alex Beermaster, Bumpy Isms, East Coast Liquor Reviews, and Thomas Mel 75, and hit the notification bell when you subscribe so you get notified of any updates to all of the. Oh, there you go. So when you get notified, you will get notified of any updates with that bell. There we go. All right, let's go over to Alex. Tell us about the channel, what's coming up, and who you're watching recently on YouTube.
Well, I've been watching. I mean, some food channels and stuff like that. I can't always remember names, but or exploring, stuff like that. I just watch a whole bunch of stuff, like AMSNR food reviews. I just love all that stuff. I just love watching all sorts of stuff that interests me. I wish I knew the names though, then it would have been much easier. But check out Ben the Beer Lad and all those guys. That's a good channel. Yeah, my channel. We're gonna do come have beer with Alex on Friday around 8:00. Again, the routine. If I decide to do live streams on Monday, that's around 8:00. Alex friends. Thursday, if I do that, that's around 10:00, 10:30. Alex friends, and then obviously Tuesday could be beer reviews or whatever. And then obviously hoping I'll do some walking streams. And yes, I know Tanner. I know he's making buttons over there, hoping that I will get my other stuff set up. I just know that's what Tanner. He'll probably jump out of his chair when I say, "Hey, I got my stuff set up." I guarantee it because he's something. But he's
got his seatbelt on. He can't jump out of the chair.
Yeah, well, keep it up. That's what's going on with my channel. Stay tuned for live streams, videos, beer reviews, whatever. So maybe food reviews. I don't know. Just feels great not driving myself crazy, even though I love my channel. But I do need to grow it more. I do need to do that. We need to take care of that eventually. But yeah, that is good. So check out Ben the Beer Lad. Check out all of our peeps that have a YouTube channel. Please enjoy, because it's nothing but fun. Even if you're monetized or whatever, it's fun first, then a fun job.
Don't forget where you came from.
If you get what I'm spreading, yes, fun first, and then a fun job. So it's on both ends either way. Check it out. Cheers.
I get what you're
Cheers.
saying. All right, Bumpy.
Gospel truth. It's gospel
All
truth.
right. First off, I'll shout out Squatchy Brew Dude. Go over, check his channel out. He does brewery tours, beer tastings at the breweries, and hits up a lot of different spaces. So, Squatchy Brew Dude.
Nice.
On my channel, I got my beer reviews. I'm putting out 3 a week, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Then on Tuesdays when I drop my frozen pizza reviews, and all of those videos will be dropping at 11 a.m. Eastern. So that's it. Cheers. It was a great time hanging out with all you besides Alex.
Oh, yeah.
And Beer Man, of course.
I'm sorry. I've tried.
All right. So shout out to me. Shout out to Beerman for finally getting the mustard off his dog.
Oh, Jesus. Good.
He said, "Look at Boo. He looks cute."
Oh my God.
Boo is a cute dog. Shout out to me, guys. I just finished uploading the vlog video, so definitely go check that out. Watch it as much as you can, like it as much as you can. Definitely took me a lot of time to edit. It was a lot of fun though. There's a lot of stuff. It's a little overwhelming in that video. So if you get the chance, it's about 30 minutes. Check it out. It's a good watch. It's nice. It's gonna be a memory that we'll all forever remember. Other than that, look out for more reviews with all of us hanging out. I'm sure all of us has a bunch of content that we're putting out with Eric and his channel, Bumpy and his channel, John and Ellie. Definitely shout out to John and Beerman. I believe his is Beerman421. If you were to search it, it comes up easier. And shout out to, let's see. Shout out to Hello Again Whiskey Friends. Go check them out. They're actually live right now. I think they're doing a video with some other person from YouTube. So go check them out. And also, check out Brews and Bars with Jordan. He's been putting out a lot of content. So just show him some love. He's new to the beer community, and he's doing a great job with all his videos. So go check him out. Cheers.
Legendary Jordan. He's the one that comes on our live stream sometimes.
Yes. Good dude there. Yeah. Tom Smell 75. If you're here, you know. Massachusetts Beer Reviews Show. Sometimes whiskey reviews show. Sometimes tequila, agave spirits reviews. Channel of YouTube. Or show of YouTube. Keep saying channel of YouTube. That's correct. J. Ronald Terrio, J in parentheses or in quotations, reviewed examined the Guinness Extra Stout this evening. So go check that video out. And the Mash and Drum, Jason C. He has channel The Mash and Drum just reviewed the Remus Reveal Reserve 8 Bourbon. That sounds good. Better 8 than never. Cool stuff there. So, give everybody a thumbs up and to their channels, to their videos. I got to do a little content dump off of the phone from the weekend in the last couple of days and do a little short or something to see what we've done. I tried to upload a review of the Spicy Bohemian from thank you to Bumpy Road for letting us try that with Beerman. And me uploading the video, and I already deleted the video off my phone, strangely enough. It got corrupted and then the transfer failed going onto YouTube from Old Orchard Beach in Maine. But we got another review up of a milkshake style pumpkin IPA on my channel that Beerman and I reviewed. So go check that one out from Abomination. And stay tuned. Just more craziness on the channel. So thank you, Alex Beermaster, for showing up here. Thank you, Bumpy Isms. Thank you, East Coast Liquor Reviews. I'm Thomas Mel 75. We're gonna have to explore some other platform. We're not gonna get into a bunch of details on that. It's getting a little pricey to do what we do on StreamYard here, but there are other options for similar experiences for less money. So
we'll see what happens.
It's not getting too heavily, but I will explore around and see what's good, and we'll go from there.
And then you'll let us know if we have to move out of here or not. Okay, cheers.
Yeah. Oh, legendary BJ. Shout out to that guy. All right. Anyways, as I like to say on my channel, keep tasting those great beers and whiskeys. Cheers. We'll see you soon. I think Alex would like to do a sign off.
Man, I was about to say something stupid, but I'm not going to. It's about the new owners, but it doesn't matter. This is Alex, the Beer Master.
I'll do that.
We will see you all on the next live stream in the next video. This is Alex Beer Master signing out. Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Everybody.
Cheers.
Thank you from the weekend at Treehouse.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.